like a lot of experiences, but I think it'll be worth it in the end.
Mm-hmm. Now, this guy over here is pretty happy. He'll have some news to deliver to us pretty soon. But in the NBA, I don't think it's a resurgence, but you know how the journalists be talking about when it comes to like Kyrie. And they talked about from his move from Brooklyn to Dallas. And between that time, he, you know, became a father, developed more of his family. And a lot of people akin to his leadership and maturity to him being a father. I'm just curious because you and Kyrie are one and the same where you have children. Do you feel like when fatherhood was bestowed upon you, it was just like that Mario mushroom? You're like, doop, doop, doop. My game just went to another level.
I think your patience, like you kind of like you're slow down if you're a little bit more high wired, like I am myself. Like you tend to slow down a little bit more. And I don't know, maybe like I don't know if Kyrie has a boy or a girl. I think he has a girl, and I think
it's both.
Both. He might have both. Okay. Yeah. And maybe it'll be different if I had a boy, but especially with a girl, like my patience had to go way down. Like being able to just kind of like stop, explain, not be so quick to snap. You know what I'm saying? Like really slow that urge down, and maybe that helped me on basketball, maybe on some level. I'm not sure, and possibly for Kyrie, but. I don't know, the NBA tricky for me. Like, you got to be very careful with how, like, you view a player based on what you hear from the media in the NBA. Because it's all, like, media-driven to, like, put certain points of views out there, you know what I'm saying? To create drama, to sell, create narratives, you know what I'm saying? So.
Facts. It's a lot of smoke and mirrors. Like, I remember... And you probably remember, bro, Emmanuel Mudiay. Mm-hmm. He was in the league, and he was on Theo Pinson's podcast earlier this year. I remember they asked him a question, because I think he was in Utah at the time. And he was talking to Quinn Snyder, and I think he went through like a 3-week stretch where he was averaging, I want to say like 9 points in about 15 minutes worth of play, which is pretty good. Yeah. Pretty damn good for the league. They sat him down and was like, listen, from here on out, you're not going to play. It doesn't matter how well you perform in practice, how well... you know, you perform the game in the minutes I give you. We just have a word from up to eye that XYZ needs to play. And as a pro, you just got to accept that and just be ready when your number's called. So, but to Rob's point earlier, we are up 3-0. I just got the notification on my phone that we won. So this series is... Yeah, I'm a Celtics fan. Stop playing with me.
Are you even going to go to Boston if... they win? Because you know Dallas might break
honestly,
history.
bro, I might hit Doyle, see if he's trying to slide, because this shit ain't happened since I was 12 years old. So, and my team don't just buy rings. You know, we actually develop talent.
Oh my gosh!
And my superstar don't just jump team to team.
I'm a Kevin Durant fan.
Me too.
See.
He's cold.
I mean, he cold. He real like, I'm cool nigga.
But we gonna go back to OKC, you know, help him out, and then you know we gonna retire for that after that.
He's not doing that. He told someone to shut up. That suggested that to him.
I'm on 9 to 5. Did you see the tweet he said?
He used to get back to work.
You're ready to go to work.
You know, this guy's shooting free throws in the club.
I'm curious, what is, because you kind of alluded to this just a little bit too, because you know we're free going at the moment. Where when you look at the NBA Finals now, like between Dallas and Boston, what does like the layman, non-basketball fan not see? Like, how are you watching the game?
It's about matchups. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this is Denver, it's a completely different series.
100%.
Thank you.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's just all about matchups. And Denver ran into a tough matchup with Minnesota, who then ran into a tough matchup against Dallas. So this series is like, I mean, those who knew thought Dallas was gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a tough. Boston is tough. Like, their stars are 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", and then Porzingis was back, and he's 7 foot. There's a lot of talent, a lot of bodies, and then they have two guys like Drew and Derek White who are gonna guard the other two guys, while there's two superstars can rest. Like, it's just all the cards point towards Boston if you like are not just looking at it from a.
I feel like Matt would have said something similar to that. Rob, you don't know basketball. Cat and Rudy would have been a different matchup. That's all.
Yeah.
Boston has more tools, but the size would. But that's the whole different.
Yeah, we
different
don't have
conversation.
too much front court depth right now
Exactly.
in terms of rim protection.
Tillman.
Tillman.
Yeah.
But Etch is cold though. He was giving Memphis good minutes. He just ain't being able to crack the rotation with us too much. But he gave us really good minutes tonight. So shout out to him for that. On that note though, when you watch, I know you said the NBA's, when you gotta take a grain of salt right now in terms of, you know, guy situations and shit like that. But who are some guys in the league who game you appreciate, or, you know, might say, oh, okay, I see part of myself in dude?
Man, you know, I wouldn't say really part of myself, because now I'm looking at it just from like seeing all the young guys coming in. You know what I'm saying? Like SGA, he cold. Ant cold. Luka, amazing. Like we seeing dudes like them. Trae Young, he's cold. DeJounte. I love De'Aaron Fox. Ja, obviously. Yeah, I just kind of like the new wave of guards. Seeing what they doing, seeing how explosive they are. The new little pass the torch era. We got a young upcoming superstar with Ant.
Yep.
It's kind of fun to watch.
Yeah. Lee try to give him that silver platter in terms of
They trying to give it to him?
a little,
Nah,
little
he
bit.
taking it.
No,
He
it's a
tripping.
little bit, bro.
He's taking it.
It's
You
a-
see
he's
how quick
taking
the narrative changed on him though?
Yeah,
When
and that's my point. That's
It
my
changed quick.
That's my
All of
fucking
a sudden,
point.
he was getting, everyone was MJ baby
On
MJ all
their
this
knees.
stuff. And then the second it was like they lost. It was like, man, this guy sucks.
Nah, you gotta look deeper. That's like the mainstream media, but there's like the underground media who's saying like, nah, he's still him. If you know Jordan's story, this is Jordan's story. Like Jordan wasn't coming out winning
100%.
everything. He was playing against good teams and losing. And just ended up beating one, surprised everybody, and we'll see. But he's every bit of what people were saying. He cold.
Bro, and that's not to say he ain't like that, but ESPN, the Fox Sports of the world, they for sure were very much in favor of him winning that series, just because it gives them talking points to talk about Monday through Friday. Even now, I know our team isn't the most, I guess you say, interesting squad. If it's not some shit of like who's better between Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown,
Yeah, no
they don't know.
drama.
They don't know what the fuck to talk about. That's why they're talking about LeBron James being a good father and
I saw that.
whole bunch of
I
philanthropy shit,
saw
a
that,
whole bunch
yeah.
of dumbass philanthropy shit.
Or
oh,
like,
the finals. is on.
LeBron James unfollows Kendrick Perkins.
Let's see, man.
But it's real easy to talk about like I almost said Jordan, but like and Edwards being like baby Jordan, Luka being baby Bird, even though I don't think he really plays like him at all. But you know, you can juxtapose like the race angle with that shit as well.
J.M. Clark.
They love putting the like next Jordan tag on any player.
Honestly,
And there's a couple of bad examples.
bro, that
out
should have
there,
been a
too.
curse for a lot of dudes.
Oh yeah.
too.
Like,
Harold Miner.
Yeah,
That's why I
nah,
like
for
when
real.
Ant
That's
was like,
tough.
I'm not that. I can shoot. Like,
he was smart not to take it.
exactly.
He was smart to like.
And he honestly played like D Wade to me more, like young D Wade to me more than he does Jordan. Honestly,
A modern version of Wade, yeah. You could say
That's the
that.
No,
first
it's
time
just
I've
his
ever heard that.
movements. He moved like Jordan.
but his movements
bro.
in the air and his like dexterity, I can see that shit. But the way he slashes, playing off of 2 feet. How you like Jalen Brunson's game?
He cold. He's cold.
There's not a lot of small guys like him that have such a strong base. Like in terms of like 6'2" and under guards, I don't think there's anyone that has a better back down, back to the rim type of game. I'm a Knicks fan, so I'm like,
There is one person
I've
that's
watched
better
him all
for
season,
sure.
so I don't know. I love his game. You don't see a lot of guys who are. Let's be real, he's 5'10", but getting to the rim the way he does,
Facts.
insane.
Nah, he's cold.
Yeah. I mean, I've been watching you since I first meet your ass. I was probably, you probably ain't gonna remember it. So I was maybe like 10, 11 years old. We was at the sports lab together.
Sports Lab. I don't even know what Sports Lab is.
Yeah, David took you there.
What is Sports Lab?
It was over on Interstate. You was up in there. John, it was me, you, Jones. I want to say Jay Black, CJ Wilson, a few other niggas was training with Fufu that day. But anyways,
Across from Interstate?
Yeah.
The thing? Oh, was it the little workout? Little?
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
anyways, but I've been watching you most of our lives and shit. But for people who ain't never seen you play, how would you describe your game?
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know how I play. For real. Like, I don't know. Growing up, I don't know. People just tell me I was nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what I was doing. Like, I know people tell me I got a nice spin. I can shoot the ball. I drive. I shoot. I pass the score. I don't really know how to describe my game. Some people would tell me I play like Dame. Now that like I was a little bit older.
I can see that.
But like I don't know how I would describe it.
How would you describe it since you grew up watching him?
Right.
It depends on what age you're asking me.
Oh, okay.
No, for real. Like this age, I would say like him as a pro. I'll say close to Dame. Early in college, you may not remember his name. Remember Shelvin Mack? They used to play at Butler.
Mm-hmm.
I used to think y'all games were like similar. High school, I ain't gonna lie, your ass used to get up a little bit. Not to say you don't, but yeah. That's tricky, bro. But like his mid-range game was pretty nice. Super athletic for his height. Didn't really see him use 3-point shot as much when he was younger, but that developed a lot as he got older. But yeah, he's always been a pretty good scorer though for all of our lives. But Birdie told me something else though.
Oh,
so what's the? I know you were wearing 12 for a while. What's the meaning behind that?
So Kobe was like my favorite player, and I always wanted to like be Kobe. So I started out like I want to say it was like my last year. I ended up switching to 4. Because this was in high school, obviously, because Kobe was 8, so I was like gonna be half. And then when I got to college, same type of deal. Someone already had 4, so I was like, man, you know what? I'm gonna switch things up, and I went with 12. So I'd be half for Kobe, but I also did it fast, like back in back in middle school, playing football with Urban Sports with the Warriors, and wore 12 there too for that reason. But yeah, and that's the backstory behind it.
Go on.
yeah, I got one.